Hello there everybody, I am Adam Cleary's Lockdown Haircut, joined by Ewan Patterson, very much in the same boat, and we are here today because there is Pachu Star Wars. Is that the kind of noise the light thing he's making?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Pachu Star Wars news. Anyway, there has been some revelations going on in the world of Star Wars, specifically within Disney, and relating, of course, to everybody's new favourite serialised Disney Plus weekly show that isn't WandaVision, The Mandalorian. Its star, Gina Carano, has, not for the first time, posted some, let's just say, regrettable things on the internet, and Disney have decided that enough is enough, and some decisions have been made. You have the ins, the outs, the wheres, the whys, and the oh my god, what is she thinkings about all of this, don't you?
Yeah, so after months of posting transphobic and anti-Semitic content and just random stuff on social media, Lucasfilm have finally come out and said that Gina Carano is no longer working for them. And in a statement that was obtained by Gizmodo and then The Hollywood Reporter, Lucasfilm said that she's no longer currently employed by them and there are no plans for her to be in the future. They also go on to say that, nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their cultural and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable. The other interesting thing as well is that the Hollywood Reporter's article mentions that Lucasfilm had already reduced Carano's role in the upcoming Mandalorian spin-off, The Rangers of the New Republic, but that this last tweet that she posted, or this Instagram story that she posted yesterday, was the straw that broke the proverbial camel's back. They say that according to our sources, Lucasfilm planned to unveil Carano as the star of her own Disney Plus series during the December Investor Day, where they announced all the new Star Wars and Marvel content, but scrapped those plans following her November tweet. So yeah, that's it for Cara Dune. She has thoroughly poochied herself. She is going to die on the way back to her own planet, and this leaves big questions for the upcoming Mandalorian spin-offs.
Yeah, I think it's not the first example of a star getting themselves in this kind of trouble and losing their position on a show, but I think the fall from grace Gina Carano's had, from being genuinely one of the most interesting breakout things about that first season of The Mandalorian, fans really took to her. She wasn't exactly someone who had a huge background in acting, and yet she was kind of, I wouldn't go say one of the best things about the show, but certainly one of the most talked about things. And then, of course, as her profile grew, people started seeing the kind of stuff she was posting and became increasingly uncomfortable with it, to the point where there was a lot of talk about her even being involved in Season 2, never mind Season 3. And now, you said it earlier today, if you were a big famous actor enjoying a boon period in your career, and you thought all these things, you would simply just not tweet. It seems incredibly easy just to not have to have that kind of public persona, but yet here she is, and here is the situation. Now, you did mention that she had a role reduced in the upcoming, is it not? It's technically a Mandalorian spin-off, isn't it?
Yes, it is one of the two Mandalorian spin-offs. So we have Rangers of the New Republic coming, and then also the Ahsoka series starring Rosario Dawson. And Rangers of the New Republic, if you recall, the whole arc with Cara Dune's character in Season 2 of The Mandalorian was that she was kind of feeling regret over kind of leaving behind the rebellion and not serving the New Republic in terms of it, tackling this burgeoning Imperial resurgence. And, Rangers of the New Republic, it felt as though that was where Cara Dune was going to be for the foreseeable future, along with potentially other characters like Bill Burr's character. I've completely forgotten the name of his character in The Mandalorian, but he is Miggs Mayfeld, who
good save
in Season 2. And so I don't know, this raises all sorts of questions. Fans have already been, kind of putting different names into the hat to potentially replace Cara as a character. And I will say that as a character, Cara Dune, I don't think she was essential to The Mandalorian at any point. She was just another part of the ensemble. I didn't really feel as though she had any kind of spotlight over the course of the series. So in terms of characters that they could lose, I don't think this is going to be particularly painful. And there are other more exciting characters that they introduced during the second season of Mandalorian that would be great replacements, like Cobb Vanth, who was played by Timothy Olyphant, who just loves playing sheriffs and space cowboys. And I'm just really hoping that they bring him in. And other interesting news after this as well is that following the talk, someone reached out to Janina Gavankar, who played Iden Versio in Star Wars Battlefront 2.
I saw this tweet.
And there was some talk the other month about her being involved in some mocap work with her other Star Wars Battlefront 2 actors. And you may recall that in Star Wars Battlefront 2, there will be major predictable spoilers for this because everyone knew it was going to happen anyway when the game came out, but of course Iden starts out as an Imperial commando, then she defects from the Empire after the events of Operation Cinder and becomes a hero of the New Republic, and it would make sense for her to potentially have a role in live action as well. And some fan reached out to her and asked, if she could potentially be involved in anything during the timeline of The Mandalorian, and then she quote tweeted that response, tagging some of the Battlefront 2 writers, including Mitch Dyer, and said, want to let him know. And I just think Iden Versio would be great to have in that kind of arena. We already know how her story ends from the Battlefront 2 DLC that takes place just before The Force Awakens, but there's a massive gap in terms of after the Battle of Jakku and, you know, the 20 or 30 years it takes to then get to The Force Awakens and the First Order. So I think she'd be great to appear in that show.
I know Star Wars has no shortage of incredibly colourful characters with even more colourful names, but would you be at all open, as a fan and a man with a brain, would you be at all open to recasting the role?
I mean, that is totally an option they could do. I've seen people mention that Lucy Lawless would be really good as Cara
Oh
Dune,
my god!
and I would absolutely...
Xena?
Yeah, get Xena in Star Wars. I would love to... Everyone's been kind of name-dropping different names here and there, but I think Lucy Lawless, I think that would be just the most... Get Xena in Star Wars. I would be totally cool with that. I mean, I think, get Lucy Lawless in, and then you can actually make Cara Dune have a proper arc. But that being said, I just think that there were potentially other characters who stood out a bit more. But again, now that I've said it, Lucy Lawless as Cara Dune, that'd be really cool.
That'd be really, really cool. Or, of course, it is Star Wars. They could just CG her forever.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't have to go away. They can just keep her doing the role, but now this computer version keeps all of its opinions to itself and doesn't have
We own you
Twitter.
forever. They just send them back to the locker where they have CGI Peter Cushing.
Genuinely, I just finished watching BoJack Horseman, and there is a similar plot arc in this somewhere. I just think studios are going to save themselves a lot of headaches in the future, a lot of contract wranglings, a lot of cancellations, things like that. If they just CG every single actor and then just let them go and live their lives forever.
Get one of those,
I think we
anime
fixed it.
pop
We
idols
fixed
from-
it all here, haven't we?
Sorry?
We fixed it all here. We fixed
Yeah, I think we
everything.
have. I think either that, the other option is you just get Hatsune Miku to play Cara Dune and just get all the anime pop idols to just come in and do that as well. Just not even redesign her for Star Wars, just have the anime visage of that character just in the show.
If only we worked for a channel where we could do something like, top of my head, 10 incredible solutions to the Mandalorian's Gina Carano shaped hole. Wouldn't that be something that the people would dearly love to watch?
But alas, Cleary, alas.
Alas, if only there was such a channel that existed that could accommodate that. Anyway, yes, this is not fun doing this kind of news. I'm sure some fans of the show will be disappointed by it, and I'm sure a lot of fans of the show won't be, but that is where we are with this. As ever, though, let us know what you make of it in the comments below. Be careful, though, and let us know, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and all that as well. In the meantime, though, Ewan, where can they get you on Twitter?
On the Twitter, they can get me at Ewan Ruins Things. Where can they get you on Twitter?
Get me at Adam Cleary, Clery. What's What Culture Star Wars' handle?
What Culture SW.
That's it. It'll be on the bottom of the screen.
I've not manned the battle station on that for a while now because I'm really bad.
But it is fully armed and operational. I'm trying to look to the audience here, but they're still down the camera lens. Anyway, that was the news. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you around, I guess.
Bye.